Hey folks, welcome back. In this video I want to share with you some techniques that I use for drawing quadrupeds. Those are those characters or animals that have 4 legs. It's something that I've always struggled with as an artist, but I have a few techniques that I use to help me overcome that struggle, and I want to share those with you today. Let's start off by considering the shapes that we're going to be working with. The first shape that we're going to be working with is the sphere. And I'll draw some dotted lines so that we are reminded that this is a dimensional shape. And this sphere is going to be intersected with by a cylinder. So this is the basic shape that we're going to be working with. Now, we're not going to be working, like if we would look at this in the side view, it's a pretty rigid shape. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding a little bit more complexity to this shape by connecting those two smoothly. So this is what we're going to be working with. This is the shape that we're going to be using. And I affectionately call this shape a drumstick shape because that's what it looks like. Now this drumstick shape has 2 components. It has the base and it has the stem. So you can have the base being really, really big and the stem being really, really small, or you can have the base really small and the stem really long. And this is something that we're going to be varying in terms of the different characters that we create. They're each going to have their own proportion for their drumstick. Let's take a look at a very, very simple example here. Let's look at a dinosaur of some type. So I'll start off by drawing the base, and I'll draw the stem. And it kind of looks like a whistle, right? And this is going to be the body of our dinosaur, and we're going to draw the back legs. The back legs are going to be another drumstick, and even the feet, I'll kind of exaggerate this for effect, is another drumstick, right? And we'll draw the tail. If you want to consider the tail as another drumstick that has some tapering, so be it. And here's the other foot. And now we can draw the head. Now the head is another drumstick. We can either have the drumstick be something like this, or we can flip it. We can have the flat part on the top and the base, on the bottom. So this is how we're going to be using this particular set of shapes. You can see that I've made the entire character, I've broken it down into drumstick shapes. So let's take a look and see how that applies to, say, a quadruped. So I'm going to be looking at references off screen here for a deer. Now this shape, it's really important. When you look at this shape in a 3/4 front view or a 3/4 side view, it's going to look something like that. But what about if you're looking at it head on? Well, then that shape is going to look something like, I'll just exaggerate this for effect here. It's going to look something like this. It's going to look like a light bulb shape. So that's something to also keep in mind here too. You want to be very comfortable with the idea of rotating this drumstick in space. You want to be able to draw this drumstick from any angle. Like if you're looking away from that drumstick, this is the shape. So this is like if the head is facing away from the viewer. All right, so let's go ahead and look at this deer now. So I'll start out by kind of drawing a drumstick here. This drumstick is not going to be as pronounced. The stem and the base are going to be fairly thick. But if I draw the feet now, I've got this drumstick here, and then I've got the knee and the leg. And I can kind of have the other one kind of hidden. And then this one's another drumstick over here. And let's just move this drumstick back. And then we've got another drumstick here for the head. And we'll have that muzzle over here. So we've got this basic shape. And I'm not going to draw any of the details. I just want to focus on how I'm using this drumstick shape. And it can also be used for things like ears too, right? So you can have the ears, something like that. That is a drumstick shape too. It's just that the stem is tapered, right? Now, if you wanted to draw a character with their mouth open, then what you can do is you can simply draw that drumstick shape and then draw another drumstick shape. And I'll do this in a different color where it's on the opposite side. And if you were to combine both of those, what you would see is like something like this. And there's the snout, and then there's the rest of the body, etc. Right? So that can be very, very helpful too. So drumsticks are great when you're drawing quadrupeds. They can be used for bodies. They can be used for drawing feet. They can be used for tails, and they can be used for drawing mouths. Really, really, really handy. You want to be able to turn that in multiple directions. And since you've been watching this long, let's go ahead and now combine this. I'm going to look up a griffin. A griffin is a mythical creature, and it combines all of the elements of what we've been talking about. So with this griffin here, let's see, I'm going to just kind of pick, I'm looking at various examples here. Okay, so we've got something that looks like a bird. So first drumstick shape, and then we've got a beak. Second drumstick shape, we've got a body of a lion. Third drumstick shape. Now, I'm not gonna, I'll kind of indicate the wings here, but they're not really critical. Those are the wings, and then for the feet, we've got our drumstick. And we've got another drumstick over here. Same thing for the front legs. These are going to be more like chicken legs. But if we want to draw those chicken legs, those are also drumsticks. We'll draw this one up here. And then we'll draw the back leg. Now, what helps also is when you're drawing the leg attached to the drumstick, if this is the drumstick right here, and you're drawing a leg that is going to come out from that, tapering that out or tapering that in looks much more natural. You want to avoid parallel lines. So if I have a drumstick shape like so, and if I've got two perfectly parallel lines, it just doesn't look as appealing in my opinion. So give that a try. I hope you found some value in this video. The drumstick shape is really, really powerful. If you do find value in this video, please give this video a like, so that way this video can be discovered by more artists to help them level up their digital art game. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. If you have any questions, or if you want me to talk about other topics that you might think might be helpful, please leave those in the comments below. As always, I thank you for watching the videos. I thank you for your support, and I will see you in the next video.